In March of this year, Indian cricketer Smriti Mandhana was granted a major milestone when Mattel, the company behind Barbie, created a one-of-a-kind doll in her likeness. This initiative was part of Barbie's Dream Team, which is a campaign celebrating women who have achieved and broken mega barriers in international women's sports. Mandhana became the first cricketer in the world to receive this recognition, and obviously having a doll after you with showcasing your sport, etc., is a huge influence to the young people in India and elsewhere interested in cricket. This is not just what I call a fun pop culture moment. It has several legal aspects and questions. I promised you I wasn't going to talk about my Bollywood career. It's about athletes today who are not only sports figures but also commercial brands. So from a legal standpoint, creating a doll based on a real person engages things like personality rights and rights of publicity, and these rights not only protect the individual's name, image, likeness from unauthorized commercial use. I mean, we've seen lots of t-shirts and mugs and things like that which are not necessarily licensed, produced by many of the cricketers, etc. You know, any such aspect requires a formal licensing agreement where you need to provide your explicit consent, permission, and define all your commercial rights. So without such an authorization, the product is obviously not something you could sell, and it amounts to sort of misappropriation and mishandling of somebody's licensing rights. India does not have a codified statute on publicity rights, but the courts have recognized these through privacy and intellectual property principles, which are obviously commonly known across the world in terms of branding and rights. Generally, jurisprudence affirms that celebrities retain control over the commercial use of their own identity. So it's highly likely that any such collaboration has to be very properly and contractually structured, and obviously in some cases there has been a division of the financial benefits of any such deal. Now, the Barbie name is globally recognized and it's a trademark owned by Mattel. The partnership would obviously have merchandising rights, typically covering any sort of revenue sharing, as I mentioned, duration, territorial scope, and brand usage. I mean, it's huge. The concept of having a Barbie after you is absolutely huge. It, of course, ensures that all parties benefit. It puts, you know, Indian women's cricket right at the forefront of the kind of the dream team, and it has a very strong social impact in my view, because women's sport has so far had a lot less visibility than men's sports. But people like 𝗕𝗿𝗃𝗀𝗁𝗪, Smriti Mandhana, you know, Venus Williams and Serena Williams, etc., have been a real role model in this respect, because ultimately toys shape how children imagine their futures. So for me, this is a great move. Cricket is growing globally, women's cricket is growing globally, the sport is getting more attention, and moments like this absolutely push it into the mainstream. Obviously, not everybody agrees. Some say it's more about marketing than real recognition. You know, there are obviously big campaigns around International Women's Day and all of these special days that raise that question. But there's also the issue of, you know, highlighting that one athlete is not going to fix the deeper problems like pay gaps in sport, sponsorship inequalities in sport, or lack of media coverage in sport for women. But all of this, for me, and the intellectual property use and awareness and high-profile releases like this really do help promote, you know, women in a sport like this. So hats off to Smriti for getting a deal like this, and hats off to Mattel for having the dream team. Thank you so much for watching Think Tank, and I hope you understand the importance of strong legal frameworks and enforcement that I constantly talk about in these blogs. Thank you again.